Welcome back to Bookshelf to Boardroom. In the last episode, we were talking about managing chaos. And in episode 4 of Hard Thing About Hard Things, we'll be talking about how to build culture in people amidst that chaos. Because culture is not about free food and inspirational posters. It's about the behaviors that you're willing to tolerate when things get tough. And if you don't define that early, politics will.
You spoke about culture, and if culture is about building people, how come so many leaders mess that up?
That's a good question, and I think the answer lies in a concept I learned from this book. It's called management debt. You all must have heard about technical debt, where we take easy decisions, short term decisions that we have to pay for later in technology, in infrastructure, network. Similarly, even in leadership, we can take decisions that may seem easy at the time, but we have to pay for those decisions later. I'll give you 3 examples. Number one, imagine there were two people fighting for a role, and you just didn't have it in you to choose one, and so you made two co-heads instead of one. Number two, there's someone who threatened to leave the company and you didn't want them, they were a valuable asset for your team, and you decided to overpay them just to make them stay. Or number three, there's someone who needs to hear straightforward feedback, but you're very uncomfortable in that situation. So you decide to skip the feedback altogether. All of these decisions or behaviors fall under management debt. And if there was one thing I learned in this book about this concept, it was that choose hard answers early because the easy ones always come with interest.
You mentioned politics. How do we keep it in check?
Okay, before we can talk about how to keep politics in check, let's talk first about what politics really is. So, politics is advancing in your career with means other than merit. And if you want to keep that in check, there are two very important points. One is to hire the right kind of ambition. Now, the next question you're going to ask me is okay, but what's the right kind and what's the wrong kind? Right is when you are working towards collective progress of the company. And wrong is when you are prioritizing your personal gains over anyone and anything. Number two is having strict processes. It can be around compensation, it can be about promotion, because when these processes get replaced with favoritism, that's when politics starts multiplying. And to make sure that the culture of your company stays intact, we need to be extra careful what kind of ambition are we allowing to enter our rooms. And with this, we come to an end of this episode and also the end of the series on the book, The Hard Thing About Hard Things. We majorly learned two things: how to survive chaos and then how to build people while we're going through this survival mode. Ben's philosophy was simple: stick with the truth, don't hire for weakness, hire for strength, do not let politics rule, and remember that culture is not what you write down, it is what you reward. If any of these lessons resonated with you, share them with your friends who are building hard things and follow Bookshelf to Boardroom. And I'll see you next time. Bye.